All right, ladies and gentlemen, the 2023-2024 Champions League round of 16 draw has been upon us. It has come and gone. And then, of course, there are those who do not care if it has happened, and there are those who actually cared if it happened. There are those who will be like, well, we know they're there, so what we could do? And then, of course, as it is right now, there are those who will be like, well, this is a reminder that even though last season we're not in the Champions League, we were in the Europa League, but of course a particular club from a particular country actually sent us back home. I'm actually talking about Arsenal, in the sense that their last exit from Europe, which was in the Europa League, was actually their demise was caused by another Portuguese club. It's very interesting. For a club like Real Madrid, they have a tricky tie with RB Leipzig. And then, of course, a lot of people are already writing FC Copenhagen, saying it is over for them. Well, this is going to be a very tough one. I do not believe it's over for anyone yet, because football, especially Champions League football, is a different ball game. Ladies and gentlemen, I have two of my very best friends in the house today, and it's very strange that they have both decided to come in black t-shirts. I don't know why. This is a solidarity. Well, actually, they both support clubs, and the red clubs of their various city, and then one city is right there in London, and then the other is in Manchester. As it is right now, the red of Manchester is not doing particularly too well. They didn't even smell the round of 16. And then, of course, there's another one from the red side of London. They're in the round of 16. Whether or not by this time February, whether they'll still be there is what we don't know. But at least then they round of 16. Ladies and gentlemen, I have Shego Sams, and then, of course, the tallest among us, Easy.
Actually, it was on my blog because I had to pay tribute to a particular club that was there, and eventually they RIP to them for now. Sorry, you understand. So we made it to round of 16, you understand, and you actually made it home.
Yeah, we made it home. We made it home. I just hope you can come back with a trophy, sha.
No problem. At least we are in the we're there. But that was why I'm in my black. You understand? It is nice to see you again.
Ladies and gentlemen, I didn't start this banter. I didn't know it was going to go this way. I didn't even know Shego Sams had that
banter, because we've gone and come back and we brought something. We're hoping you will come back with something too.
You're about to say something. Sorry, if you don't understand about it, you say Arnold Juni.
It is the disease of the eye.
Oh, the disease of the eye, my brother. Arnold Juni. Everybody sees that somebody is not there. You were there before, now you're not there again, man.
Okay,
shall come back with something.
This come back with something. You said it like 3 times now.
No worry.
Oh yeah.
I will show him.
The thing is, he has a lot to prove. I don't. I've done it before, so until you can.
Well, no problem.
But there's a saying, our Nigerian musicians used to say this. Or one Nigerian musician made it popular. I get them before, no be property.
But if you never get them,
you can still get it.
That is if you can.
No, you will.
So we're waiting.
You were once where
what do you mean by you were once?
You were once where I did before. Now where I did now. You were once there.
What are you saying?
No. But now you got a buga. I don't understand.
Is it one?
I don't even if you have 5. Look, some people are one club there 14, and they don't kill us with it.
No. If you ever meet them, you can't even beat them. So no problem.
Let's go.
Go and get one first.
The way you guys are going, you are making it sound like this is why we are where.
No, he is the one doing like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, but first of all, if we take a look back at the group stages of the Champions League, were there any surprises for you guys?
Copenhagen.
Why so surprised?
Oh, come on, it's obvious. How can Copenhagen?
Do you
understand?
Copenhagen.
Wait till the hang itself. Copenhagen. How can they be the ones to make it through out of that group in place of Manchester United and Galatasaray? To understand.
But for me, I would.
was, or you guys were not saying it from the beginning, that they did not come to play on Washirara.
Hey, that's why it is a surprise.
You
it's a
say
surprise.
it's a surprise. To some extent, I would say
So
we let our own self down. That's just it.
Is it their first Champions League? Is it?
No, they've been around.
They've
They've been around for long.
They're
But this is like
consistently
more.
around.
This is more like okay, we are through.
We are going for
and
it
we're
this time
doing
around.
something.
Okay.
So like, it seems like there's a project that is kind of like working in a way.
Yeah, but
But,
to me, they are
When you
they are-
beat
they are-
Manchester United, there's a project that's working. Anyway.
course.
When you qualify,
and you drill my Bayern Munich, I guess.
yes,
Ah,
you know.
no, that means there's
when you
something.
qualify,
Oh, wait. Is that where you are going?
No, not. But
we're
it's part
just
of it.
we're talking.
Is that where
now.
you're
Part
going?
of where we are
But
going
just-
to, you know, when you are going to Oshodi, you are going to pass through,
Where?
Jota, so like
Jota.
that.
You're going to Oshodi,
Yeah, if you're
pass
coming,
through Jota.
of course now. You're coming from Beggar.
You people are having a different kind of project now.
But seriously, let's look at it. Of course, when you look at it now, everything doesn't look particularly. There are no textbook when it comes to the Champions League. There are no textbook.
Play.
In terms of.
There's no textbook format. There's no textbook.
like a
there's no
blueprint
textbook
per se.
equation that
Yeah.
was you will say, okay, is a certainty these people will definitely make it through. Except of course when you want to look at those who have the pedigree, and about the only club who's got that pedigree right now, or probably two clubs who have that pedigree that you can almost, my people say for Gwegbari, that you can almost put your money on that will go
Yeah,
through this
put your
round of
chest
16
on, yeah.
will be Real Madrid,
Real Madrid.
and then of course
Bayern
Bayern Munich,
of course, yeah.
and recently of course Manchester City. They are the defending champions.
I'm not going to put Manchester City there. All because, but maybe because they're the defending champions.
No, but
he
they-
just
they
won.
are.
I
They
can't
are.
beat my chest on.
You are just talking as a hater.
No,
but they are.
it's not. No, it's not. It's not the 18 pound. I'm just saying. United in there before Man City. Let me be fair to you.
No, I'm talking about currently now the ones that
you cannot take it away from
almost say I can
They will
bet
always
it.
qualify.
The people that are there, right now.
You can almost
Well,
say
Man
that
City will be there.
Oshua qualify right now.
Man City.
If you're saying
Sure.
lifting it, yeah, that's where it is. But fine.
But looking at
of course.
looking at the pairing with the so-called Man City, it's the same Copenhagen that we're deliberating about. They might spring up another surprise, bro.
They may.
I'm serious.
Well, football is not.
I'm serious.
It's not what you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. Man City are not really the Man City of last season. Let's be realistic.
I think the beauty of it all, while Manchester City has not been the Manchester City that we all
Like 2-3 seasons ago,
yes,
yeah.
last season, 2 seasons ago that we all are scared of, it's still Manchester City.
Yeah,
and then
of
of course February for a football game of standard or repute
Yeah.
is a long time away. I mean,
It's just that people are now finding a way around that scene.
there's a January transfer window.
You say
I
the
keep
fear
saying
factor.
this. I keep saying this, and I would always say this. If it had been any other coach, I probably would say it's okay. But if you're the kind of coach who can say, well, at this point we don't have an option but to let Calvin Phillips go. That kind of prospect. I mean, very few coaches can do that, and Pep is one of those very few coaches.
Because he has a lot.
That's a lot.
That's why I don't
And the
really
team may
rate
not
the
be
guy.
clicking right now. And February, what we're talking about. Round of season starts in February,
Yeah.
and then 1-2 January transfer window market, and boom, Manchester City
We'll come back.
could be this killer squad again.
We'll come back.
I'm not saying other clubs too can't be the killer squad, but I'm saying when you look at Manchester City with that kind of pedigree that they have, with that kind of manager and the mentality that they have, there's a
When you look
diehard
at-
mentality.
when you look at
That's the thing.
The reason why I don't really rate the team. Not I don't rate them. Like I don't really like kind of.
Just share your bias.
No. It's not bias. No, to me, I'll keep saying it. That now I guess even Chelsea are walking through that particular rope or on the same rope.
Which road?
The same rope that Man City trade upon before. Now this is the rope. From the goalkeeper to the striker,
Yeah.
Man City will extort the best player from every club.
Will you say the best player?
No, I will.
Or the
Calvin
best
Phillips?
mindset?
No, best player of every club. It might be a small club. Even it might go to Copenhagen or probably a Leipzig for that matter. and take the best player, bring it
Bring him in.
So that's why he has a lot of superstars. Imagine you want to take away Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips was a beast now when he was in the body from where?
Is it Everton or something?
No, not Everton. Is it Southampton? I guess it's Southampton.
What about those
But
meetings?
one of these top guys, like top guy. Now he was as useless as a left hand.
You say
As
it's
a
surplus
left hand.
because that's why I mentioned more of the mentality that comes into.
You kept on buying these guys. In that process, you kept on decimating
Teams.
other clubs by taking away their, you took out Mahrez, who was the best at
Leicester City.
You see benched him. You go to bring and come as substitute. A whole Mahrez.
Yeah, a whole match.
Hold on.
That guy
Oh,
just-
sorry. Shegun
Go with the guy.
Okay.
I can tend to understand you. Okay, hold on, Shegun Sams. I think I understand you, but at the same time, I think I may be in conflict with you.
Okay.
And for me, this is the reason. Every club wants to strengthen. Every club wants a bench.
One or two.
Hold on.
One or two, three.
Hold on, Sams.
Not that maybe you want to take the whole first 11.
Every club that is purposeful wants a bench that, if not as good as your first 11, almost as good as your first 11.
Yes, you understand.
And that has
that's
been
good.
Yeah, that has been Pep's style from day one. We all saw that in Barcelona.
True.
They bring on anybody, you be like, who wants to
It's
do
just
with it,
it's
Wale?
a perfect replacement.
You know when you're like, it's just like the way it does now with Goku and Grealish. Of course, Grealish tends to stay on the bench more these days. But when they right to the alone. I mean, even when Grealish was starting and Goku was being brought in, you were like, people don't really wait. This guy can dribble anything.
Like he is.
That's the kind of standard that a lot of clubs, or let me not say a lot of clubs, that a Pep has.
Anybody
And then when you look
can
at-
handle Man City team, any coach. Sorry.
No.
I'm serious.
Okay, this
Bro.
is
What
Without
happened to Graham Potter and Chelsea? And by
No,
the way,
no, that
you
one
guys
is-
have been linked to Graham Potter.
rumor. Forget that thing.
We will get there.
It is rumor. It's just to sell paper. That's what we're doing. British press.
But I don't think that's gonna happen. Not sure.
It's not going to
funny
happen.
though.
Not
Well,
Graham
Let's
Potter.
get back to
let's get back to
the-
this to
Because
Pep's
there was
story.
something I really wanted to say.
Okay.
When you mentioned taking out the best players from each club, there's something about these players. It's the mentality. For Pep, I don't think Pep goes because of you can dribble all the whole players in the world. No, it's about that mentality. Do you have that kid? Have that elite mentality? That's what he needs in his team. Because you could see a whole Cancelo. He left out Cancelo. Cancelo is an elite player.
You know, I'd like to quote Pep from this interview. You know, he said he doesn't hold on to a player if the player wants to leave. I think the mentality is not just the player's mentality now. I think the player mentality has to do with Pep Guardiola himself, and I'd explain. I think he deliberately wants competition in his team.
Of course.
He wants players who can complete. So I may agree with you on mentality, but I may not agree with you on that mentality that you were describing. So I can agree with you on the fact that Pep wants to have players who can compete. You know,
Among themselves.
when it's down, when the chips are down, I want you to win. And when you look at it, Manchester City has not been that terrible this season.
That's the thing.
No,
It's like-
not that. Not that they are.
it's like-
Not that they are.
You
bad,
might
bad.
say maybe some.
I'm just saying
fear
they're not.
factor,
They've
The
not.
fear factor
is a bit reduced,
It's
eh?
reduced.
but
Because teams are beginning to find a way.
it's just how many
Is it that
games?
things
How
are-
many games
is
have
it-
they really had
No,
that
you
issue?
can't
that-
be a king. Oh,
true.
Oh, true, normal.
that's
They won't
it.
get tired.
No, man.
That
But it's
thing
not
that-
that bad.
Get that. He said it. He said it like few weeks ago. He said he told his player that very soon you're going to be passing through that phase where other clubs are like Chelsea.
Yeah, they've gone
So
through. Yeah, he said
all
stuff
I
like
want
that.
to do is just stick to yourself and
I think
I'm a
he
fan."
also
He said
addressed
it,
the
so-
fans
so
about
they will
it
get to
too.
the level where Manchester United are right now.
He
And
addressed the
Chelsea,
fans.
They will get
think-
there.
I
They
think-
were there before. There.
see-
No, they were not even there. They were just like normal.
Manchester City was a lot
bottom.
of-
They were
Manchester was-
nothing. They were nothing.
We
They
say
didn't go relegation, but
But they
of
were
course,
They are
there.
not.
They were there.
we're there.
But what you need to agree on is this.
Something like maybe like Everton kind of team.
Yeah, what you
Sunderland
need
kind
to
of
agree
team.
on is this. Since the big money move, since the big money takeover,
exactly.
it was an experiment at the Qatari stage, They kept experimenting with manager till they got Pep.
Of course.
With Pep, they realized the fact that we're where we really want to be. And that one thing that eluded them for ages, the Premier League and then the Champions League, they have it.
Yeah.
You get the point. It's not that they have it. There's this unbelievable, unprecedented dominance that they've been able to entrenched in the Premier League that is not there with any other club. So I will give it to them, and I think they have a plan, which is why I also fear Saudi League. That one. Forget what every other person have to say. I fear them. We all 3, 4, 5 years from now might be tuning in to watch Saudi League.
I'm already watching.
Yeah. Now, so that's that. So I think that every time other teams are also becoming stronger. That's something we need to realize.
Facts.
I mean, there's a point you get to if you have 20. If you're a brand, you because the other top clubs will sell to the highest bidder.
Of
You
course.
take your money, you go look for a mid-level club that will need your money. Take your money, and then when they take that money, it's easier for them to take that money and invest in another player that is good at upcoming. Now, mind you, this player also has his eyes playing for a particular dream club. So those players will put in the shift, will put in the work. That's what I keep telling people, that whatever it is at the end of the day, I want to see where Unai Emery and this team
boys,
will be in 2-3 seasons from now.
Many will leave.
Oli Watkins, for me,
Many.
while it seems as if nobody is talking about him seemingly yet, one club might price him away.
Even the Saudi clubs, though.
He might still not want to go to a Saudi club because the money is so good right now.
Yeah, of course.
But there's a Real Madrid looking. There's a Chelsea desperately in need of a magic man, a talisman. There's an Arsenal who wants a bullish striker, not Eddie Nketiah. Mind you, I know Shegun Sams has his reservation about Eddie Nketiah. I have my reservations too. Eddie is good, but when it comes to that point where you need a striker who can also stand tall and bully
20
defenders,
plus.
it's not his age.
No, I'm not
It's
saying.
his-
No, I'm talking about the goal.
His technique, so
He's
talking about the 20 plus.
technically he is good, but Eddie,
there's a bot to Eddie
there's
in a way.
a player in Pa James Field that can bully. That's what I mean. I mean, you can't put Eddie side by side. Eddie Nketiah cannot be a defender.
He
And
can't bully the
with where
defense.
he
He
is
can't.
right now. If he's a defender, Ivan Toney would bully the life out of it.
Fact. True.
He cannot be one-on-one with Ivan
he
Toney.
can't take it.
Look at what Saliba did with Helen Haaland. I would say that's a one-off. A lot of Arsenal fans might not agree, but that's a one-off because it was a 50-50 situation. But Saliba is that good. But then we've seen what Helen Haaland has done to other defenders. You get my point.
Yeah,
Eddie Nketiah doesn't have that yet.
Doesn't have that presence.
So
yet.
Eddie,
True.
in a chance where it's just 80% to the defender and 20% to the striker, Eddie Nketiah might not be able to produce the
That kind of
meatloaf
effect.
that you want, the hot dog that you want to put in between your sausage. I mean, the sausage that you want to put in between your dough and say, man, I got some good meat here. So Eddie might not be that kind of player. But that's why I always believe. But Aston Villa would definitely have that problem. And if you move, if you take Oli Watkins out of our team,
Yeah.
I think they're fair.
I guess I get your point though. The reason why all these small teams are having a lot of visuals to deal with is because the big teams are coming for their ride.
If you be Juncker,
Of course.
And you know,
You see how
and
Madison
the reason
was
why
priced
these
out
big
and
teams
all this.
kept on being big teams is because their players are not leaving. You know, now you can't leave my Arsenal and come to Aston Villa. or
right-
Everton.
But that might start to be the case if Aston Villa starts to do well.
You start to do well, and if the money start
And they're
making sense.
consistent. That's the thing.
That's the
There are
thing.
no small clubs right now
You
in
go
the
out,
Premier
look
League.
at
There are
Bri-
only clubs.
Brighton is just for Brighton. You people are just academy for big teams.
It's fine, but
It's fine.
but
If you look at them,
this,
it's fine.
the players Brighton are going to get now are the kind of players that Arsenal used to go and years
And
back.
then start to.
So if you're an upcoming player, you will not want to come to Arsenal right now because Arsenal have got money, and right now the fans, forget the patriotism of the fans. The fans are hungry, so they want something. So Arsenal will not accept that 500,000, 6 million, less than 10 million player is exceptionally good.
Elite.
Is elite. You can see that. Like what they did with Odegaard, for instance.
No, Martinelli just 6 million or so.
Yes, but I'm talking about more
Odegaard
recent.
is a perfect example.
Odegaard is a perfect example. Odegaard is a
Knowing
perfect example
he
now.
was coming from Madrid.
You understand? That,
Ish.
you know, that's that kind of project. So,
Yeah.
but if Brighton will go back to might decide to do an Arsenal way back 10 years ago, or do a Southampton, that produces and sells. Just that the structure wasn't there for Southampton to continue that tradition. So it's there. And then, so when you see all of these clubs doing all of the things they're doing, you know that as a player, if you're coming from Africa and all of that, you stand a chance to prove yourself in Aston Villa, and then a League One club, a Bundesliga can come for you. Look at Victor Boniface.
Fantastic.
If Victor Boniface continues this trend next season, then it's going to be a lovely bride. Already, he's a bride, but there may still be those ones who will be like,
The doubting will be
May first.
just first season.
He just a blow. It's still a banger right now.
We never even reach
It's a
out.
banger now. It's not a bomb.
Osimhen is down.
Now,
You don't drop roof.
now you need to look at Osimhen and then look at how he's been. There's a track record right from the under 17. We were speaking about him from the under 17.
then to
There's
Lens, I
that
think to
went
one
away
particular-
somewhere we didn't
maybe
see him, but
Rennes
then
or Lille, I think
and then
Lille,
came back and boom. You could see the hunger, you could see the firepower, you could see
The potential
drive.
is there already.
I'm not even keen about Victor Osimhen's potential. I'm more focused on
the growth.
his hunger. That insatiable hunger to always want to get better, to always want to win and win.
By the way, he had a very fantastic assist. on Sunday.
yeah,
I was like, God. Guy,
Beautiful.
It's what what I'm happy for.
Not just beautiful, magic.
You know what I'm happy for about the
You know,
assist.
make assist, fine pass, goal.
You know what?
That's just
You know what I'm
magic.
happy for about the assist is the fact that there was a player there who could convert it.
Man, you got it right though. For real. Thank God that guy scored.
We will not be talking about that assist now.
Anymore, exactly.
If there was no that assist, that
No, he became assist.
we
Immediately guy scored the goal, so-
will not be talking about that whole assist. What I mean by that is the fact that if that ball hadn't been that whole,
Converted.
let me rephrase that statement now properly. We will not be talking about that sequence of movement for Victor Osimhen the way we are talking about it now.
hadn't gone to an
Assist, yes, and what makes it so good is the fact that Quara
Right.
got it in. You understand?
Exactly.
And then that changed the conversation around Victor Osimhen.
You know what made it so super good? After Quara or Ilorin or Osogbo,
Because I leave it at Quara.
Varaskelia.
Apivara. After he scored the goal, now you see the icing on the cake of the whole thing was after he scored the goal, he was just pointing at Osimhen. Oh boy, oh man,
He had about 6 or 7 touches.
If you see,
Nine.
if you
9
see,
touches
I
with the
counted
ball.
it. Yeah.
9.
if you see the positioning,
Jesus
and everything,
Christ.
I felt it was a magnet at that point because the entire defense just went to him.
If
If you looked at it, 2 other guys on this side just came to him straight when he was with the ball chest
they just they used them to control the ball and like
Have you noticed? We're all really super crazy about Osimhen. We're all happy about Victor Osimhen.
Yeah.
Napoli, Barcelona, round of 16.
It will be a tough one.
very well.
It will
But
be
I
an
don't
exciting.
know if they're going to be having Osimhen for the first leg because I don't know if we're still going to be having Africa Cup, of course. Now.
I think those cards are cancelled.
I don't think so.
Let's even leave that.
Well,
Let's
let's leave
not-
that.
if-
But
See,
that time.
the only thing visible or positive for Napoli in that tie is Osimhen. Let's be realistic. I tell you.
Well,
That's the fact.
that's not.
The only-
I don't think you're coming from a patriotic side of it, but
No.
but I get that you're coming from his effect on the
That's
pitch.
a very good point. Now you're getting my point. It's not. I'm not saying because he's a Nigerian. No. Osimhen or an Osimhen.
Let's be honest.
in that-
Clubs who play Napoli Osimhen. Take it or leave it.
Would you
They
fear
him?
Are you saying that they fear him more than they fear Kwara?
They fear him.
No, you can't even fear Kwara.
No, Vara is there. He's a threat
See
for the
that
wings
Kwara
and all
just
that.
see
But
Osimhen. You don't take your eyes.
you can't take your eyes off him. Okay, last season. There are some of last season's goals.
Somebody was saying, they were comparing Araujo. No, one Barcelona guy was like, Araujo, Osimhen, forget it, you are done. You are done. That guy, one guy now replied the guy, ask Rudiger. Although he didn't score, but ask Rudiger.
Of course.
He collects well. Rudiger was dragging, was shirt pulling, was every. But you know they go anywhere.
He wanted to babysit
You want
him.
you
But he
can't.
couldn't. You can't babysit an adult.
I'm going to ask you this one.
Araujo,
I'm going to ask you this one question. Of course, now they have a new manager.
Yeah.
But how much damage do you think
Previous manager?
their trophy-winning manager leaving did to them? And then how much damage do you think their employing Rudy Garcia did to them before asking him to leave?
Well,
When you look at the fact that right now they are 17 points. No, is it 17? They are 14 points behind
League leaders. It's all over.
They've only been able to win out of the 16 games. They've only been able to win 3. They've lost
Really? 3 games?
Yes, they've done 3 and they lost 5. They've only been able to win 8. I beg your pardon. Sorry, Napoli out of 16 as at the time we're recording, out of 16 games in Serie A, they've only been able to win 8. They've lost 5 and drawn 3. That's not a good record for defending champions, and they're 14 points behind the league leaders.
I see them
And
as
Inter, that's also very scary.
I see them as a Leicester after winning the Premier
So they
League.
went back to their factory set.
You know, factory sets.
Was it?
You know,
The manager left because of I think different ideas. It's not. I
actually
can't-
thought he went on the sabbatical leave until I saw the guy at one national team.
No. It was after he left officially that he now joined the national team, and you know he's still very shrouded. I didn't follow that story. But what is clear was what I find annoying, and I'll keep saying it every time I get the chance to talk about it, is the fact that Al Nassr sacked Rudy Garcia.
And Napoli, a whole champion.
Al Nassr sacked Rudy Garcia for one of the reasons was for losing the dressing room, and Napoli picked him up. How despicable is that?
Well, maybe okay. Let's look at
everything is man.
Look, no. Let's look at Rudy Garcia losing the dressing room. Was he losing matches as well too?
Of course, he was losing matches.
Matches. So tell you, Lord, as in Napoli should blame themselves on so many
But where
things.
they are now.
Exactly.
The management,
should-
the ownership should just blame them.
I don't know how is Spalletti gives you guys.
The trophy that you've never had in about 30
You
years.
don't have any right to let it go like that.
But I think it has to do with rebuilding.
Don't you
and all
think
that.
it's kind of like a trend among quote unquote smaller teams? By the time they are done with winning, and then instead of continue with that same coach and that same trend and all that. Before you know, we are looking for one other.
Okay,
coach
Brendan
like
Rodgers.
that.
Who won Leicester for them? I guess Brendan Rodgers, right?
No. For Leicester,
Ranieri.
that is Dilly Claudio Ranieri.
Ranieri, sorry. Was it there?
The next season he was up,
He had to leave because the performance was not really good. That was clear.
but they won. They won.
They were still drunk in China.
The situations between Spalletti leaving and Ranieri leaving were two different ones. They were not doing too well the next season, and the owners really wanted a change.
Ranieri continued the next season. He continued. But
Spalletti
left
did
halfway.
not. He left. He was sacked.
I don't mean Spalletti waited. I don't think
Because-
I don't think they will find themselves in this situation.
Well, it was. I don't know. Maybe he wanted to strengthen the team. He had other ideas, and they were not
Maybe
ready
it was
to
not.
launch.
Yeah.
I actually feel bad for
I think that's what I'll just pick. Maybe the ownership wasn't, down for his new ideas.
I
and
actually
stuff
feel
like
bad
that.
for Napoli in this scenario.
right now it's too
Or
early to
personal
judge
problems.
because of course we have the winter break. After the winter break, we will come back, and then it will probably, before we get into the round of 16, probably have seen 6 games from these teams. Do you think that Napoli stand a chance against Barcelona?
Of course.
Yes.
Why? Why?
How much chance?
That was
The
unanimous.
match is
Yes.
50-50.
It's a
Like,
yeah, that's
50,
it's
like,
a 50-50
black,
thing.
on paper, on pitch, not just Barca. Barcelona, they should just 50-50. I'm serious. It is not. Maybe it's.
I'm an apostle of hope when it comes to giving hope to people. Barcelona are third in the league. Yes, they're third, and then
La
of course
Liga.
It's La Liga. God bless you. It's
La
La
Liga.
Liga. You understand? That's exactly what I want to say. It's La Liga. And just play that from my mouth. It's La Liga, bro. So La Liga.
You're playing
It is
in
La Liga,
Napoli,
bro.
Why? I don't like this.
Oh, what's happening?
It's La Liga, but Girona is top. They're showing. Girona is
La
top.
Liga. Girona is
See,
top.
those ones are not start having injury issues. When
Exactly.
they start, we'll,
Didn't have
for
any
now,
injury.
for now, we're like, nice. It's looking like a fairy tale.
bet.
Wow, another club.
For me, bro, what Napoli did last season, but now they are par with Barcelona right now. For what they did last season, they are par. with
you're not
Barcelona
far from
right now. They are not far from each other. Barcelona, with all this, they are gaffy game.
Jay-Z.
Are you saying, hold on. Are you saying they don't have quality players, or they don't have
They are at par.
experienced
They are at
quality
They are
players?
par right now. It's not like Barcelona
player, they are
of
at par.
before. Yes, player for player, they
They are
are
at
the
par.
same level. They don't.
So are you
they
saying
don't
that?
pass-
Are you saying that right now, Victor
Lewandowski
Osimhen
and-
and Robert Lewandowski are on the same level?
now,
now,
I'm not talking about before.
Now,
no,
no.
now, yes.
yes.
Or maybe Osimhen is even.
Osimhen is the African.
Osimhen is why. Let's just
Osimhen is
wait.
African best.
Didn't you see
They are
that?
best. Every best. That is Osimhen right now, bro.
No, I don't
let me
understand.
even shock you. Number 8 in the world, sir.
And Robert Lewandowski is what?
Maybe number. He's not even. He's not even. He's not even 30.
I guess Robert Lewandowski lost his mojo the moment he lost that
So
Ballon d'Or
let's
to
forget about
Lionel
Osimhen
Messi.
is high, like very high.
It's just that,
Let's
it's
forget
just that
about
at the
that one.
moment,
Right
both
at the
teams-
moment, too. I'm not talking about before.
Yeah,
but at the
that
moment,
part.
it's Osimhen.
It's like it's about who takes his own chance.
Okay, for me in this draw, this round of 16 draw, the most tricky tie would be RB Leipzig and Real Madrid. Two ties: Napoli, Barcelona, RB Leipzig, and Real Madrid.
I don't know.
That
If it's, I
Leipzig.
don't know if it's such
I'm
a
sorry.
tough one to some extent or a
It's
tricky
just-
one.
for me, it's not
Head to
really.
head twice. Madrid won one, they won one.
You have a Jude Bellingham, Sha.
There's
They
a
are-
Bellingham now.
Of course, now there's a Bellingham now.
You know that's the thing. That's why I have to just bring it up. Bellingham, Sha.
You
So
understand?
And
There's a lot.
injuries happen to the best of players.
No, of course.
But
right now, every team
Bellingham,
is
you
suffering.
want to
Every
shoot
top teams are suffering from serious.
Vini
Don't
will
understand.
be back.
I'm very sure Vini would have been back by then.
So like
Very sure.
So you're giving it straight to Real Madrid.
Yes, bro.
Okay,
Madrid,
so let me come back
have you seen that thing? Like the way all those players are.
I
Real
think
Madrid.
Rodrigo, especially. Rodrigo
Like-
just that guy just wakes up from the dead.
Some said that
He's
since
not the
Messi,
type. He's not the type that.
some said that the moment Messi touched him, everything changed for him.
One period. They don't start.
Messi touched him.
He touched me.
How many people did Messi touch that they are I beg, leave that thing.
No,
See,
no,
you see
no,
that
like that.
Madrid team to me, I feel it's more like a brotherhood. All these young guys mixed up with experienced guys like the Luka Modric, the Toni Kroos.
Not that
have
they can
this-
be beaten, no.
Yeah, they're
Of
not
course.
but before you go beat them.
Madrid, they are not just.
So you're giving this one straight to Madrid.
I'll give it to
No,
Madrid.
of course, Madrid.
I'll give it to
Okay,
Madrid.
we're still going to come back to this whole round of 16 thing, February, when it gets to the nitty gritty of that game, where we want to know who will beat who, and then we see. And the advantage we have is, of course, we'll be able to follow the league performances of each of these
of all those clubs.
You know what they're doing, injuries and all of that. But since you both are represent the Reds of your side. Arsenal.
Arsenal Porto.
Easy not the Champions League, so but easy they look you.
No, I'm not trying to. Let's see. Let me just go to the points. Porto will try. They will try.
I like to remind you
tricky
that
one.
No, I'm not
Sporting.
saying- no.
I like
Tricky
to remind
one.
you that
See, the tricky part is the fact that Porto, let's be realistic,
You don't know what to
Arsenal
expect.
will definitely flog them, but it's a tricky one, like you said.
Okay, so hold
Arsenal
on,
will
hold on,
flog them,
hold
but
on.
the trick- so
You
anything
said
can
it's
happen.
you said it's a tricky one, but you're saying that Arsenal will still flog them. Why is it tricky when you're so sure that Arsenal will
The
win?
thing is, you don't know what to.
That's exactly the point. That's the point. So
Have you seen them play?
anything can happen.
You
But
don't, you don't know what these guys will play against an Arsenal now.
let me be sincere with
You're
you.
sure
Even-
that Arsenal want to press, Arsenal want to possess,
even
but
on
you don't know these
paper,
guys.
even on paper, it's gonna be Arsenal. It is not Porto.
Yeah.
No, let's be realistic. Everybody will agree.
Facts.
But like you said, it is tricky because Porto can just come up with something that Arsenal wouldn't be able to. Things will just change. One goal will just enter, and we'll be
And that's it.
won't be able to get it back.
Okay, our time is fast.
Look at it. Sorry. Against Aston Villa, they got it go 6 minutes. From that point till 90 minutes, Arsenal were inside their box 18, but goal no enter.
Yes.
So things like, of course, that right. So, but
Facts.
other things like
I
that.
don't, in that particular game, I don't know if
I
it's a
don't
god
like
of
that. I don't like that kind of game.
that particular game. I don't know if it's the god of soccer that was against Arsenal or if
Whatever
or,
God,
or if it
something
was,
that day against Arsenal.
or maybe it was the god of Pitmore.
I don't. No, so that's not the thing.
I
But
know-
it's Arsenal for it. It's
Either
Arsenal.
that's the god of Pigmall or that's the god
God
of
of
soccer.
soccer.
That's just one
As
god.
in, you don't know what to expect.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's just it.
Now, this is something that's been on my mind since the draw came out. And this is something that Izzy had used to also, Jaile kind of, pinch you in a way. How disappointed will you be if Arsenal comes home at the round of 16?
It's not today. No, of course not. It's not today now. Why?
No man, you used to go and come back without
You don't
anything.
go there. You don't start. But in fact, last season we almost clinched the
Europa.
the Premiership. And we couldn't at the last minute.
It's your DNA.
And we moved on. Bro, we had 14. We had 14 or 13 or so don't go there. Hello. So we have I nearly forget nearly. There are a lot of nearlys in the league every season. Do you understand? There are so many people, a lot of league on that day, on the last day of the league.
Barcelona lost on the last day of the league.
Even Manchester United lost to Man City like 3 or 4 seasons
Arsenal
ago.
won the league at Tottenham.
You understand? So there are so many wins
Consolations.
and lose
I like
on the
that.
last day. But if Arsenal, like you say, if Arsenal should come home in the round of 16, though it would be very painful to Porto, no, I wouldn't take that. If it is to Bayern Munich, but I wouldn't even like Bayern Munich because I really want to take a lot of revenge on that team, like a lot. I wish to.
Why do I feel you're belittling Porto now? The way you say you won't feel too
No. Of course, about his Porto, bro. Not this Arsenal. Not this Arsenal. Not this blistering. Do you understand?
Yeah, to some extent. I would say I'll be disappointed. For me, I'll be disappointed in a
Of
way.
course, that's the point. Let's be realistic. It's Porto
there's this
now.
prospect that Arsenal is
Right
giving
now.
now. So, but it is Porto.
Watching Brighton,
We do not know.
Watching Brighton that was actually killing, eating clubs like in league. Do you know how Arsenal they beat them last week?
I think this is the first time Arsenal will be winning in about three recent meetings with Brighton. It's been a winless run against the
The
Seagulls.
coach, you know what? Listen to what their coach said. He said we've not been we are not used to suffering like this. Arsenal suffer those people.
Okay, then
So that shows that's the firepower. See, that match was hot from pole to pole. Like pole, don't start.
let me help you.
Help me.
That match was off from pole to pole.
That is it. Now, Arsenal was they were blistering from, they couldn't get themselves. They don't even know who to mark. Before you know it, man, ball don't reach Saka, ball don't come back good, everything. So, that thing.
That's
So you see the
But
prospect
thing.
of maybe a
A lot.
semi-final.
A lot. Yeah. Let me say,
You take it one game at a time.
Yeah. I don't want to jump, bro.
Take it one game at a time.
But to me, I'm seeing myself taking over Porto.
Should I say you should be able to beat Porto?
But then after Porto, one game at a time.
Yeah, I want
one game
to
at a
take
time.
it.
But it
after
should
that.
be. It's just that Porto has this. Even when you watch them in their league, they are so dominant in the way that
yesterday,
score one and they go back.
yesterday? They beat them 2-0, like serious beating. And sometimes they just be like, they will just come and go and they just hold on to it. And even
They
beat
lock
them.
up.
There's this other question
Okay.
that's on my mind. We'll close with this one. What's the danger for the Arsenal project, the Mikel Arteta's project, the Arsenal project, if Arsenal does not win a trophy this season, especially the Premier League?
First,
Of course. I want to say something.
I would say there's a lot of ambitions now going on. And if that ambition or expectations are not met, it will actually bring down the morale of the players first. Everybody knows, yes, to hang on the coach, but then the players themselves, will they still be able to keep up that momentum of, okay, we can still try again next season? So you see, so I feel they need something to consolidate their entire season. If not, especially the EPL. If not, I don't know how they'll move from there.
Yeah, he's exactly right. For real, we need to let me say, we need to crown the whole efforts. I know we're there. Is it playing? We're playing well.
Fantastic
I think that's one of the
football.
best teams in England right now.
Fantastic
In Europe,
football.
actually.
In Europe,
One of the in Europe.
Yeah.
So it's just, I'll even say top 5. Like playing well.
Players
So
that you
it's
enjoy
the
watching.
best-
You
do you
enjoy
understand?
watching the game. Yeah, true.
So if you're not capping it up with trophies,
major
At least
trophy.
one.
and not even just not Carabao,
Major-
not even FA.
major trophy.
FA. At the FA.
FA or League or Champions
So
League.
League or
Yeah.
Champions League. Is it a
Okay.
League or Champions League?
So now, you
And I'm very sure they're going to go for one.
both of you didn't touch on something that's scary for me, looking at that spectacular team. And there's a pattern, it's following that Manchester City pattern. And a trophy would help you consolidate, would help your players stay. I think Arsenal have young, vibrant players
Oh, yeah.
who are exceptionally hungry. But the moment Arsenal doesn't win a trophy this season, those players, that team
Will be priced.
is porous to being priced out to a more almost certain.
Yeah.
If a Real Madrid comes for you, even a Manchester City comes for you, even if a PSG comes for you, because then you're almost certain of a trophy, and you still play Champions
Still play
League
Champions League football.
I like the fact that those things or those players, especially the young ones, they've grown to the extent that they can be priced to a lower team. Do you understand? Everything that will come for them will be top teams. That, like you say, they're almost winning trophy teams, kind of teams like Bayern Munich, sure.
pay better wages.
PSG. Do you understand? Very sure. In fact, it's not even about pay, because if it's money, that's not pay well. Do you understand? So, but of course, that's not pay well.
Not pay well.
That's not pay well. For
Arsenal, funny enough, Arsenal is one of the top 10 highest paying teams in the
in
world.
Europe,
currently.
for real.
That's what, but it's
We
just that
pay
they
well.
don't buy.
Yeah.
They don't buy at an 100% rate.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
true that.
that's
But
That's
Pay
true.
well.
But it's changing though. Like
That's my fear actually, that the team would be that
So
porous.
we-
we're taking away all those key gems
just
that,
also have
that
them.
those
connect.
boys,
because by the time they start
are
winning
great.
trophies, like major
can
trophies,
consolidate.
amen.
Like
They
imagine-
just keep on.
Imagine in Madrid calling for their Odegaard back.
Do you understand?
It might not even go back to Madrid. There's a Bayern.
There's
It suits
Bayern.
Bayern well. It suits Bayern. There's a PSG that can lure you with the idea of a project now.
And
Now that Messi is
that's
out of it,
true.
and a
That's
PSG is a certain league winning team, certain
At least-
confirmento.
at least 3 out of 5.
True.
Confirmento. In 3 seasons, there was at least they
In
win
5
one.
seasons,
In fact,
they
they will win 3 or
in
win
5
4.
seasons, they win 3. And that's, and Arsenal have gone through this phase before. That was why Manchester City could prize the likes of Sami Nasri, Gael Clichy, Bakary Sagna. Even a Kolo
Toure at the time.
That's why a Claude Makalele can look back and say, "Nyeng." That's why an Adebayo can go. That's why a Jimmy Carragher can sit and yarn whatever is yarning. But I really would love
Yarning dots.
I want to call it dust. I really would love to see Arsenal win something this season. Being on that level, we'd like to say thank you very much for listening. We'll do this again before the league resumes this weekend. Keep it up, don't go away. My name is Adeoye Salem. Now, I've actually changed it. My name is now Salem Adeoye. And then, of course, I'd like to say thank you, Easy. Thank you, Shegun.
Welcome, bro.
I'd like to put this pair together because Easy must chop banter. But please, I am looking for Shola Kuti. He has gone underground.
No, you don't see. He didn't go
if you are
underground.
watching this, we are looking for you.
You cannot be going
Actually,
underground.
we have been looking for you on the league table. We need to see you. No, we are still not seeing you at home. What is happening, bro?
That is just. And you find someone that is hard to see.
So, even on the league table, don't even.
He's just,
in between 11, 12.
There's a way your club affects your lifestyle in a way. So as
Thanks, guys.
club is hiding, so he too is subconsciously just
Hide and seek.
Is it Shola Kuti is your good friend?
Yes, now we're good.
I'm not there. I'm just saying I'm looking for Shola Kuti. That's it. I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm just saying I'm looking for Shola Kuti.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining in.
I'll come and find you, my bro. On your